Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Beauty Outlaw. Today, I'm so excited to bring Esthetician Diaries back to you. And I have my new guest who I actually met just recently. She's a local, too, to the community. We met in Long Beach at the convention center at the ICES show. And she was doing something kind of unique. And that is, not only is she an esthetician, but she actually does fashion and brings fashion to the world of aesthetics. And I love that about her. And I was so blessed to have her come here on the show today. Welcome, Brittaney.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So where I'd like to start is who you are, where you started. I mean, let's go back to where you grew up. Let's do a simple kind of a bio of who you are first before we get into how you became an esthetician.
Okay, so, I grew up in Ontario, California, and honestly, I never really knew what I wanted to do in life. It wasn't until I was about 28 or 29 that I got into this world. So I tried out so many different types of jobs. None of it makes sense, but I feel like you learn something from each thing that you end up taking with you. Like we were talking earlier, I did some social media for a marketing agency. So I feel like I kind of can bring some of that into what I'm doing now. But basically how I got into this world was one of my best friends at the time, she was an esthetician. And she's like, have you ever thought about doing this? And I just started looking up YouTube videos like day in the life of an esthetician. And Kristen Marie, she's one of the big YouTubers for us Esties. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is it. And fast forward, I'm like, well, I love fashion. I thought I was going to go to school for that at one point. I love skincare. What if we combined the two and made something out of it that Esties could feel good wearing it while we're making other people feel good and empowered too. So yeah, it's like I have two little businesses going now, Queen Bee Skin and then Show Some Skin Apparel. And it brings the Estie community together, which is so important to me. So
I like that you found you kind of launched a little later with your idea. It took you a while. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that you were later 20s before you figured it out. What did out of high school bring you? I mean, did you go on to college? Did you not do college and you just did regular jobs? Because this is what speaks to most estheticians and people in this industry is they feel like they need to have this kind of, I don't know, they need a 4-year degree. They need to do all these things that maybe they don't need to do. What's your story with that?
So it's interesting because sometimes I do look back and I'm like, okay, what if I wish I would have known that I wanted to become an esthetician, because then maybe would I have gone to nursing school so that I could, be a little bit more advanced. But I had no idea.
You were clueless,
right?
I
was totally clueless. But I did try college. My parents were like, just try it out. So I did,
just try it.
I absolutely hated it. I went to a private school. Well, this is kind of the funny part I laugh about with my friends and my family is in high school and in college, we had a dress code, even in college. And I, no matter where I was at, was always getting dress code. And I'm like, I've always been pushing the boundaries, I guess, even since I was in middle school, trying to see what I could get away with what I'm wearing. And so I think it's just kind of funny that I got into this world. And even now when I go places, I feel like sometimes maybe I'll wear something that pushes it a little bit, but Show Some Skin Apparel, you know?
I mean,
speaks for itself.
It speaks for itself. It really does.
Even though we don't really show too much skin, but we keep it interesting and spicy a little bit.
A little bit spicy with the world of Show Some Skin.
Yeah.
Because the world is full of Show Some Skin. You're doing it in kind of a professional, classy way.
Yes.
Where we can have a little fashion and listen, face it, skincare, beauty, the world of aesthetics, it's all wrapped around fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts with that. Women are very concerned about how they look, what they put on, what it looks like. And we're so, even in nursing, we wear these horrible looking scrubs we used to wear. And recently, companies have come out and said, no, we're going to make them cute and spicy and fun and unique and a little bit tight around the booty and the breasts and just looking a little more spicy.
Yeah.
And you're bringing that into the world of aesthetics as well. So when did you become an esthetician? And I know the answer to this, but I want you to answer it to everyone else.
Yes. So I became an esthetician back in, let's see, I think it was during COVID, because I remember we were wearing masks and everything. So I want to say like 2021.
Okay.
2020, 2021, somewhere around there is when I started school. And then after I finished school, I went straight into having my own solo practice.
What were you doing? I mean, were you facials? Were you doing brows? Like,
so
what was your passion?
I did try waxing. I was waxing for a little bit. And then I realized this is not what I want to do at all. It was just getting a little too much. So I was like, okay, we're just going to do skincare. We're going to keep it at that. And that's where my passion really was anyways, because my journey with skin was all over the place. Like, even to this day, I still struggle with like melasma and pigmentation and everything. So that's my concern now. But back then it was acne. I had horrible acne. And so I never really thought like, oh yeah, like I could do something like this, because I thought like I had acne.
You have to have perfect skin to do that, right?
Yeah. But it's the opposite, I feel like, because you know and you can relate.
You have empathy.
And so, yeah.
For your clients and your patients, and you understand where they're coming from. It's a very special place to be. It's like a lot of psychotherapists and a lot of people in therapy get into therapy and because they kind of go through those kind of difficult times in their life, or they just have, face it, some of them, it's like you just become kind of, you get a little nutso. Yeah. And so you learn how to combat that, and you have empathy for that. And that's what you've done.
Yes.
Was through having acne.
Yeah.
You had empathy for it. So were you treating acne? Was your passion coming out?
You know, I wasn't really quite sure, but as time has gone on, I kind of feel like the clients that have also found me, probably just from sharing my journey too, have been acne clients. But then kind of to the point that you were making as well, like I always say, it goes deeper than the skin too. And I feel like a lot of my clients do continue coming back, because it's not just treating the skin, but it's treating so much deeper. And it's like, I always want to strive to create just a safe space for people to come, you know? And I think that's the beauty of what we do as estheticians. And so,
absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like it's all about creating that space, empowering your client, and then helping them with their skin goals too. Because let's face it, like mental health also can show up on our skin too. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Our overall wellness, in terms, our foods, our environment, our stress, mental illness, it's all showing up on our skin. And a lot of that, I think I've seen the resurgence of estheticians and the excitement of that world. It is just soaring right now.
Yeah.
And it soared during COVID at a time I feel like there was even lack of touch and emotional connection.
Yes.
People began to seek it. And they decided, wow, I have to wear a mask, but I can walk into a place and somebody can touch my face and know who I am beyond it. It was special. And we've seen amazing people like you decide they want to be in this field because of that.
Yeah.
And that's what you've done.
I find it interesting. Like a lot of the clients, like whenever it gets really emotional, it's usually around the time of the massage. And I feel like that just really like releases for people. And I started to notice this like pattern of that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like what we do is so much, so special, so special.
So special. It really is.
I'm getting goosebumps.
I know. And not everyone succeeds at that, at that gift. But many do. And it's very, very important to realize that contact and human connection our industry, because I'm also a licensed esthetician since 1990. I was called a cosmetician, but human touch is what we're lacking with emotional and with AI here and the lack of connection. We're going to see estheticians like you soaring in this industry. People are going to be seeking you out, banging your doors. Nurses, registered nurses want what you guys have. They want to become estheticians. They want to understand that missing gap between, the medical side of just visual beauty to connection and well-being, overall well-being. What happened to kind of like send you though into the missing link of what estheticians are missing with the fun of fashion? When did that happen? Were you like massaging a client and you're like, gosh, we need to do something else in this industry for us girls?
Yeah. So I actually, one of my friends, she is a graphic artist and she has her own clothing company and everything. And she was like, it would be really cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, wait, you're right. That would be really cool. And like, anytime you look up, like, you could just really find stuff on like Etsy and things like that, and I'm like, oh gosh, it needs something more. So it kind of started as something fun. And then it kind of started turning into something for real. And I was like, oh my gosh, what did we do? So I had to like really get like, not more serious about it, but I was just like, oh my gosh, this can really be something, because people were excited about it. It was that like opportunity to get people out of their scrubs sometimes, or, like just giving them a little oomph to their like style while they're at work and stuff. And it could still fit in the realm of being professional with, staying aligned with what we do. So, that's pretty much how it was birthed. It was probably very late at night. We were probably watching TV on the couch, and
the best ideas happen then.
I think that's when it started happening. Yeah, exactly. And then I remember the first trade show I ever went to was in Vegas, and I wore some of my pieces every day, and I was like, let's just see like if anyone like says anything.
Did you go as an attendee? And
yes.
You just wore your pieces?
Yeah.
Okay.
And people were like, oh my gosh, where did you get that? Oh my gosh. And I had made some business cards like the night before. And I was like, oh, like I'm thinking about starting something, like just so they would have it. So I kind of feel like I like worked the event in a way, but like didn't have to pay for it.
That's what entrepreneurs do. You got to start somewhere, because you can't afford a $10,000 booth.
Exactly. So I'm like, let's just see. And so I'm passing my cards out to everybody, anybody who comments. I'm like, oh, or like I'll start conversations.
Do you want one? Order right here.
I was so shy about it though. Like that really, maybe I didn't come across that way, but like it really took me out of my comfort zone.
No, you're humble.
Yeah.
That there's a difference between shy and humble, because you're far from shy, but you are humble. And that's why you will soar. Personally, that's what I feel, because you realize that you started just the same as everybody else. Yeah. And you're still, you're new.
Yeah.
And you're growing, and this is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it really is. Sometimes, it's good to hear that too, because sometimes I feel like I'll sit back and I'm like, especially because I'm sure you're like this too. We're always looking like, what's the next thing we're doing? What's the next thing that it's hard to sit and process everything you've actually done and the things that you've overcome to get there.
Celebrate yourself, maybe?
So, yeah, exactly. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like sometimes I have to be like, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Yes. If you look back 90 days ago.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Write down what you've done. You'll be surprised.
Oh my gosh. I really
And then
like
write
that.
down what you want to do in 90 days. And then in 90 days, look back and go, wow, you got to be proud of yourself. That's what happens.
I love that.
And I can't wait to have you sit here in a year from now and see where you're going, because I see so much more probably than you do. I see so much more talent, The fact that you're so humble and gracious and kind. And I like to use the word salt of the earth because those are the people that do the best. Who was the girl that started Spanx?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Renee? Sarah Blakely. Actually, she spoke a couple years ago at an event, but, she kind of did the same thing. It's kind of salt of the earth, didn't really know where she was walking into, but walked into a situation, I believe it was with Oprah, that it ended up kind of blowing up her world. And she was, taking kudos and telling herself you did good the last 90 days is hard to do.
Yeah.
Estheticians out there, look at your last 90 days. What did you accomplish? What did you overcome? Was it that you were afraid to go walk, post a certain post because you felt shy about how you looked or what you did? Look at what you've overcome. And that's what I want you to do because I see you going big places. I really do. You have made a footprint.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And there's a company that does skin products, Skin Script, and they kind of found you.
Yeah.
They've been in the industry a long time like me. Yeah. And so they saw something different in you. And so tell us that story if you're allowed to share it.
Yeah. So that was so cool because so the first trade show that I ever did and I had a booth at with my clothing company, they said that they had come by and shopped the store. So one day I'm just cleaning up at the end of my work day in my suite and I get this message on Instagram and it's like, hey, we want to do a collab, whatever. And it's like Skin Scrape. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, this is probably just like fake or like, whatever. And I'm like, wait, this is their like actual page though. And I'm looking and I'm like, I'm like, maybe they didn't mean to send it to me. Like I literally was having these thoughts like, Self-doubt. That was probably like meant for someone else. And I'm like, do I respond? Do I not? Like, okay, like, hey, like, yes, I would love to. Like, I think I asked him like, what are you guys looking for exactly? And right away they're like calling, they like Instagram called me and I was like, hello? I'm like, wait, what? This is real? So we like laughed and kind of just like went from there. And they said like, we shopped your booth and we think that it would be really fun to do a look for one of the shows. Since they do like different looks for each show, they were fairies for the Las Vegas convention. So this one they wanted to do the jerseys, but in their colors. So so we got to like go back and forth on some design ideas and stuff with them, and they were just so amazing to work with. Like, I don't know if I've really experienced a product line team that was like theirs. Very, very incredible. I was blown away. So it was an honor to be able to work with them in that capacity.
That's awesome. They're team players.
Within
their team.
Yeah.
And it starts from ownership. She's formulated that.
Yes.
And given them that space to be creative and find people like you and not micromanage the company and let it grow in a more youthful, fun, functional way.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was something they needed. And I think that you helped them make a stamp in Long Beach.
Yeah, and it was so cute because they made like signs and everything. Like they got so into the theme. I was like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. So it was a great experience for sure.
Now, since then, did that bring you some more?
Yes. So there's definitely a lot happening right now. I feel like this is the moment where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this started as a for fun thing, and like I'm like just praying to God, like help give me the patience and like capacity to work through the blessings that you're giving to me, because I am struggling with like trying to balance all the things right now, but it's all good.
You are your own independent, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And that's how you're staying, right?
For right now, yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
But in the future, I would love a little bit of extra help for sure.
Well, you're in fashion too. You like, this is a whole different realm of investment and being able to have the product available and where it's made, and it's a whole different world.
Yes, like I deal with like my manufacturers and all that good stuff. They're a great team. They're super helpful with a lot of things, but like it's still even managing those conversations and all the moving parts.
And this is new to you.
Yeah.
You got in this with the idea. You're the creative.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the creative. You're sitting on your couch right now thinking you have this great idea.
Yeah.
And you're afraid to do anything because you don't know what to do. Listen to Brittaney's story, because she just did.
I did, yeah.
She put on some clothes. She made her fashion, and then just looked at the people that needed it and went to where they were at. And I've heard that story over and over again. I've done the same thing myself. I've hustled myself at events that are within events that I couldn't afford to be a part of, but I could purchase a ticket.
Yeah.
And I could have business cards. That's right. I shine the personality, and that's what's going to send you through the top. The rest is falling into your lap. Obviously, it's happening.
Yeah.
And this is how you inspire other people in any industry that's watching, whether it's a registered nurse right now, whether it's somebody with an idea about, I don't know, a bottle of wine. You're inspiring them to get off the couch, stop thinking about their idea, and do something about it.
Yeah.
So what advice can you give someone? Because you're still new.
Yeah.
But what advice besides just doing it can you give someone to get them out of their comfort zone with an idea? Do you have any?
Okay, well, the advice that first came to my head was along those lines. I like always tell people, like, do it afraid. You're going to be afraid. Yep. Like, you're going to be afraid. It's going to be scary. It's unknown. Of course it's afraid, but just do it. And of course be smart about certain things, but like just go for it. If you fall on your face, like, who cares? Just
who's gonna see it?
It might be embarrassing, but like that's okay. Like, cause you could say that you did it and they can't. So just do it, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. Like I feel like it's just doing it, you know?
I really, I wanted to settle on that. I didn't want to say anything because I like that you said, because I'm almost gonna cry. Do it afraid. Fear's what's kept a lot of people where they're at. It's kept people in their situations in life, right? Single moms. People are so afraid of fear and rejection that they stay in the fear and rejection.
Yes.
And if we can teach people, especially in this industry, we're full of a bunch of women that are trying, usually single, or they're just right out of high school, or they're trying to do something, hairdressers, that whole industry, right? Just, I love what you said, and you should coin it. Don't be afraid of fear.
Yeah. Is this our next shirt? Are we putting this on a shirt or something?
Okay, so now we're done being emotional and trying to inspire others. And like, listen, we're not saying that we're the be-all, end-alls here. We're just here to share our own stories and to maybe inspire people with the same fears we have every day. I have fears every day. You have fears still every day. They don't get any smaller.
Right.
But living in fear and being okay with it, I love what you said. We got to coin that. Yeah. Somebody probably already did. But
I know. What the heck?
So what does a day in the life look like of Brittaney right now? How about that?
Okay. I have.
Start with like your early morning schedule. Do you do your social media there? When she showed up here today, before we even started the podcast, she's like, can I get some video footage? Sharp girl. She's running a business. So go ahead and tell me what your day's like.
Okay. You know what? I wish that I could say I have a lot of structure. Like coming here, you guys had it all together. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really inspiring, but also showing me like what I need to work on for myself a Like, I think I also have ADHD, so it's like very hard for me. Running a business is so hard when everything feels like a priority. So, I wake up and
whatever's priority you attack.
Exactly. I'm rushing. I'm running around to get ready as soon as I wake up. I think I am not going to be a good example to people on this. I'm just going to be real. I'm still trying to figure out when I can eat during the day and all of that. But you know what?
Wait, what does your bathroom counter look like?
Oh my gosh.
Mine too.
Okay, like my suite is so perfect and neat, and like people would be like, I would love to see what your place looks like, and I'm like, no, you don't, not right now. Like, I'm not grimy and dirty. I'm just like, my makeup is kind of just, I'm rushing, so I just I'll deal with it later. So, but at the end of the night, I do try to organize so that I could sleep like peacefully, So every day I'm pretty much cleaning my space, but So basically, I've really learned right now, I'm trying to take everything day by day and like moment by moment. That way I could be present in moments that I need to be present in. If an email comes through, like at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day, I'll spend that time in my emails. And then like if I don't have time the rest of the day, at least I did it in the morning or at night or in the middle of the day. Like, I kind of will give one thing a moment and then kind of move on and then attack it the next day. And I try to just not set too much of a standard for myself because then I end up getting really stressed.
Now? Or do you do skin? Do you have clients? Okay.
I do, yeah.
So you're doing skin.
Yes, yeah.
And do you devote time to, like, of course you do because you got to schedule appointments. But you have a few days for that and then the fashion is kind of fills in the other days. Is that what you're doing?
So basically what my week looks like I'm Tuesday to Saturday for appointments. And typically that's fitting people in between 9 and then I finish my appointments around 5. Sometimes I'll have some people who come after. If I have like a time slot open where maybe there's a cancellation, that's where I'm filming my social media or I'm responding to emails. That's pretty much what I do with that. You're filling your
times with that.
Yeah.
So you are practicing as an esthetician. That's your full-time gig. She's an esthetician, guys.
Yeah, that helps.
She's not just somebody that decided to go to esthetician school and decided to do fashion for us. She's living, breathing the walk.
Yes, and that's what I like to say is like I'm an esthetician who creates merch for estheticians. So it's like, I know what we're going to feel comfortable in. And I know like we like the things that we're kind of drawn to and what makes us laugh and all of those things. So definitely an esthetician who's, doing merch for Esties. And then Sundays, I do try to take as much time with my family or just like relaxing, always doing laundry. That's nonstop, of course.
You're not married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay. She's not married, guys. I like that. Yes.
Maybe one day I would love to get married. I was married. That was interesting because that almost kept me from doing any of this.
Uh-oh.
So that really like is my testimony.
You were living in afraid.
Yes, I was. And I was living according to somebody else's dreams and realized, oh my gosh, this is really bad. And it was a very bad situation, but I just think if I didn't get out of that, I would not be where I'm doing any of this. I wouldn't be sitting with you today. It's so crazy to think about that.
You wouldn't be, right? It's true. Every move we make and decision that's painful can lead us in a different path.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We've all had those, not to get too into it, but high school sweetheart?
No.
Later in life.
It came later in life. And this is something too, a little deep, but I feel like everything we go through in life is for a reason. And you don't have to share every detail of your story or anything like that, but you're given a story for a reason. And I feel like if I didn't go through some of these things, I would not be able to be there for a lot of the women that walk through my door today. Like the abuse, the divorce, the whatever that looks like. I'm able to hold a different kind of space for them.
Yep.
And so in a crazy kind of way, I'm glad that I've had the journey that I've had, even though it has not been easy.
You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. And the longer you do this, the more space you're able to hold for people. Mm-hmm. And that's without it destroying your constitution, right?
Yeah.
We hold a lot of, I could get emotional because I've held a lot of stories in my life, a lot of connections with females and even males. I have lots of male clients. And it's through that time in the chair where I touch that for me, even though I do aesthetics and no one's allowed to wash the face of my client except for me. Because that's the moment
That's beautiful.
of connection.
Oh my God.
I end with treating and putting creams on their face. Whether they've had
beautiful.
A service that doesn't require that, whether they've got music in the background with massaging their feet, they will get my touch on their body. They will feel that touch, and I will take on what they feel. And that's what we do as estheticians. Right. And that's the power of what we do. And it's the power of what I try to tell clients and patients that watch this.
Yeah.
That when you walk into a room and a space with an esthetician, she is giving a lot more to you than the products on your face.
1,000%.
She's giving you connection and sharing her a space in her heart.
Yes, 1,000%. A lot of my clients don't know this, but even while I'm there, it's like I believe in the power of prayer. So like when someone shares something with me, I'm like on that massage portion, you're praying over them while I'm doing it so that they leave hopefully feeling much lighter. And it's so true. It does transfer onto us. So that's why self-care for us is so important too. Because at the end of the day, that was hard to manage when I first started. I didn't understand that at all. I didn't feel like it was taught in school. Like, hey, you're going to hear a lot of deep things from people, you know? And at the end of the day, I was just like, what's happening to me? Like, that was heavy. And I had to learn how to... They don't teach that in school, but you have to learn how to. It's a self-boundary
and still have compassion and empathy, but not take that burden on.
Yeah,
and praying with someone, whether people listening feel that way or not, I do. Actually gives them blessings and protects you from their pain, so you don't carry it with you. You can be of value to the rest of the world and to them.
Yeah.
Estheticians need the community more than ever. I've said this before to my girls here that I have. Estheticians have been so private for so many years. We're in a door by ourselves with the door shut. We don't communicate like hairdressers do. They're all in a big room. They have fun. They yell. There's no competitiveness. Estheticians have a lot of competitiveness, and they shouldn't. Because we all have a gift to give to the world.
Yeah.
And whether it's spiritual, it's the gift of clearing their skin. We give so much.
We do.
But we also give a connection of love, compassion, and empathy.
Yeah.
And we need to share that with each other as a community.
I totally agree.
And you have the mindset and the heart. The people that have reached out to me, by the way, DM'd me about you.
Oh.
I will say,
they
have DM'd me. I've had several people. When I did your post from the show, reach out and say lovely things about you that are from your community.
I love
and they're estheticians,
that.
My dear.
That's going to make me cry.
And it should. Well, you need to know that. That's why we have to tell each other that we are powerful and we are special.
Yeah.
And you're powerful and I'm excited. You're my friend. Like everybody that's on the show, I consider a friend now. And I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours too. I actually really look up to you. So this is amazing.
So sweet. We are a team, right?
Yes,
Estie's
we are.
Forever,
Yes.
estheticians, a community, and maybe me and Brittaney here will build one.
Yeah, heck yeah.
That's strong, and we need a weekend retreat just for Esties to revamp.
Yes.
I just went to an esthetician, aesthetic leadership for women, and I'll end on this. It was for women's leadership and in aesthetics, and it was for business owners and women in the industry, and we kayaked together, we puppy yoga together, and people from all over the United States. And I met some powerful, amazing women, and I remembered I am not alone.
Oh.
And I still have so much to learn. I learned so much.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Learned from talking to other women in the industry, and I would love to do something like that with our estheticians. Oh my God. So guess what, Esties? We might have something fun coming, right, Brittaney?
Yes. I'm feeling it.
And we'll start with the shirts and the fashions.
Okay. We'll get you some merch for your retreat.
Perfect. That you'll be at.
Yeah.
So we always end the Beauty Outlaw on a very, very special note with champagne.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we do the Beauty Outlaw toast.
How cute are these?
Isn't that cute?
Oh my God.
The girls in my office got me that. Shout out to Lindsay and Christy. They got me these, and it's so cute. So, Brittaney, here's to your future. All estheticians, all nurses, who's ever a business owner, sitting on the couch talking about ideas. Get up and don't live in afraid.
That's right. Do it afraid.
Check us out on this episode, and check us out on the next episode of The Beauty Outlaw. Cheers, Brittaney.
Cheers.